Hello, everyone. Welcome to American College of Cardiology National Conference here in Washington, D.C. My name is Abdul Karim Sharaf. I'm from Michigan State University, cardiology fellow. Thank you so much, Dr. Nishimura from Mayo Clinic and Dr. OGara from Harvard Medical School. Thank you for this opportunity for interviewing with us. Dr. Nishimura, we have just question. How do you remember your first ACC experience and how ACC is evolving conference?
You mean for the annual session?
For the annual session, yeah.
Yeah, so back like centuries ago when Pat and I were fellows, ACC was a really scary place. You would submit your research, you get in front of 400 academic cardiologists who'd want to tear you apart. And I remember the first time I did it, I was so scared, I walked off the stage with the mic still on and the podium fell over. So that was my memory. But it's really changed a lot because what it was then was abstracts and our giants presenting what they thought we needed to know to us. But through what the session chairs, Jeff Kuvin and Andy Cates have done, it's become a real learning experience. And I think there's a big difference between talks and education, and the college has really been able to succeed in that.
Thank you. Dr. OGara?
Well, my experience was very similar to Dr. Nishimura's in terms of my first ACC. I remember the abstract that I presented. I remembered who was in the audience. I remember the questions that I was posed, and fearful the entire time, even while I was trying to answer the questions, that I failed to answer the questions. I think
you get flashbacks.
Exactly. Back in those days, there was a much greater emphasis on oral presentation, and each oral presentation was the subject of at least 15 minutes of questions and answers, and it was a much more formal process. I think the world has changed considerably since that period of time. Our meeting now is more electronic, our meeting is more international, and our meeting has now attempted to satisfy many different types of constituencies, ranging from a late-breaking clinical trial to how to prepare an educational talk. So the meeting has become kind of a microcosm of many of the things that the American College of Cardiology attempts to accomplish over a very broad agenda.
Dr. Nishimura, any general advice for future generation cardiology fellows? What would you advise them?
Fellows in training now?
Fellows in training.
You know, it's a wonderful time because what you're there for is to learn how to practice cardiology and how to take care of patients. And what I think you should do is understand that you can learn from every single patient you take care of, or your cath, or your echo, or what. And one of the big things that we're promoting ourselves is this concept of reflection. So every evening, after you're done with your caseload or whatever, sit down, figure out, what happened here, what you could have done better, what you might want to know in the future. And by doing that, you'll find out that your knowledge just piles up and up and up.
Dr. OGara?
Oh, I agree with Dr. Nishimura. I think this is a time for you to enjoy. This is a time in which you are relatively protected. You will not have this kind of protection in the future. Apply yourselves as hard as you can. Focus on what it is that you think you may wish to accomplish from a research perspective. I think each fellow has an obligation to contribute in a scholarly way to generation of knowledge or to new innovative ways to put old knowledge bites back together. And I think that the exercise of doing that academically is extraordinarily rewarding and self-fulfilling.
Thank you so much. This is from American College of Cardiology National Conference in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much.